The ENFP has the excitement for novelty of an ESFP with the value anchor of an INFP. Now, what I mean by that is that ENFPs tend to be very bouncy with ideas, and they tend to be very intellectual in the sense that the things that they're thinking about are usually things that, are just pretty much outside of the box. They like to engage their minds in several different ways. When they see something that's already been done or has already been done, because SI is their inferior function, they're trying to get away from that usually, and they're trying to find different ways to do something. If we've always used skipping stones, then how about we use that vine over there and see if that works? Oh, well, what if I decided to colonize the moon? What if I did this? What if God actually is a cockroach? And, I've actually heard such things, and they just theorize with these ideas, and they're more interested in being able to explore those ideas and, have a lot of fun with those theories than as opposed to actually carrying out any of those types of theories. A lot of times these ENFPs can also be found really easily too, because they tend to stand for something very strongly, and this is usually due to their auxiliary FI, introverted feeling, which allows them to be able to attach themselves to maybe a cause that they may really deeply care for, that they identify with, because this function is responsible for them. It's like an anchor for them. As their extroverted intuition explores all these even different lifestyles and ways of living life and viewing life, then they can always come back to knowing, okay, but what are my values? Who am I? And ENFPs who are well developed, and they can always have that strong sense of who they are, so that even when they're exploring in their extroverted intuition, they will never go too far with their ship, that they'll lose sight of where they are and who they are as a person. Now, their extroverted thinking can come out very strongly too, and that's their tertiary function. And a lot of times, especially with ENFP men, so I've noticed, they can come off a little bit like judges a lot of times, because they can be a little bit abrasive. They can have a switch from that playful, goofy, that goofy side to sometimes even a little bit seemingly mean, or just very assertive on trying to get something done. And they can take charge in that way, especially again with the men. I've noticed this because usually masculine, they're wanting to show off how they can take charge in such ways, but a lot of times also this doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to be jerks, or they're trying to come off in a certain way, but just more trying to take control because they think that it's best. But ENFPs are usually pretty good also with banter, because their minds are very quick with certain things, and so they're just seemingly always thinking outside of the box in some way, shape, or form, and they like to be okay, how can I make this moment interesting? And different from the ESFP, the ENFP is doing this on a more intellectual manner, a way to engage their mind. Not to say the ESFP is not intellectual, but once you watch the ESFP video, then it'll make more sense. The ESFP is coming from a more sensory-based place.